In this video, we're going to talk about extra credit and the gradebook. So let's say we want to set up an extra credit assignment. So in our course, we're going to click on Assignments. And we are going to add another assignment by clicking on this plus assignment button. We're going to give that assignment a title. Let's just say something like extra credit or whatever you want to call it. One of the most important things is we want to leave the points as 0. Even if this assignment is worth 10 points or 15 points, we want to leave it as 0. This is the reason. If the assignment is worth 0 in the gradebook, then any points that you award per student is going to be a boost in that student's grade. If we made it worth 10 points and the student only earned 7, then we're actually penalizing the student. So always leave your extra credit assignments worth 0. You're going to tell your students how much it's really worth. We're also going to make sure the submission type is no submission. That prevents students from feeling like they need to upload anything to the assignment. And then we'll save and publish. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this because I did this ahead of time. And we have our extra credit assignment already created right here. And so we're going to go to the gradebook. And we're going to see that column in the gradebook for that extra credit assignment. So it's the last column because it's the last thing that I made. We can see that it's worth 0 points. Let's say Eli did it and he got 7. So that's 7 out of 0. That's actually a boost in his grade. His grade just went from an 81 to an 83. So let's see how the test student's grade changes. Right now it's an 85. Let's say he gets 8 points. So now the grade went up to an 88. And that 88 is just basically 192 points out of the total that he could have, which is 216. Now, another thing that's very important in your gradebook is that you don't leave any blank cells. So let's look at this assignment right here called Proud Moment. It's worth 100 points. Eli did it and he got an 85. The test student did not do it. Now, what we see in a lot of gradebooks is faculty members are just leaving that blank there. But that's actually going to cause a problem in the future. When we go over and we see the final grades, we see that Eli has an 83, the test student has an 88. But when this gradebook transfers to CAMS, for any students that have any blank cells or any dashes in their gradebook, CAMS is going to recognize that as a 0 and it's going to factor it into the gradebook. So let's look at another way that you can determine that you've got a mistake there. Let's export the gradebook. The export usually works pretty quickly. When we open that, we're going to see at the end we've got a current score and we've got a final score. If your gradebook is complete and you have not left anything blank, the current score column should be the same as the final score. So here for Eli, he's got an 83 on current, 83 on final. Current letter grade is B and final letter grade is B. For the test student, the current score is 88. That's because we did not put the 0 where we needed it. But the actual final score is 60.76. So he actually goes from a B to a D. What the student is going to see in Canvas is the 88, and they're going to think they have a B. What CAMS is going to translate it to, because there was a blank cell, it's going to translate it to the actual grade, which is a D, a 60 or D. And so that's a big problem, because students will see discrepancies in the Canvas gradebook and in CAMS. That's always because we left something blank, so we can't leave anything blank. So this student did not do the assignment, so they get a 0. And now the grade is accurate. And so if we exported this gradebook again, we would see 60 and 60 in both columns. So when you export your gradebooks at the end of the semester, you want to look for those columns to be the same. If they're not, you know there's an error in the gradebook. So with extra credits, make sure that you make your assignments worth 0 points, and make sure that you do not leave any cells blank. If a student happened to not do an extra credit, we can go ahead and put the 0 there. It's not going to change their grade because it's 0 out of 0. And that's what you want to know about extra credit and the gradebook.